You can actualize your dreams at any age. As long as we are here in this world, nothing is ever too late. I am Victoria Artamonova, and I want to tell you a bit about myself and how my childhood dream of becoming an artist started to come true. I was born in Estonia, in a family of a military officer. When I was 3 years old, my father was transferred to serve in East Germany. And then our family moved to a small town near Moscow. I always drew, as long as I can remember, with pencils, pens, felted pens, charcoal, in albums, books, on the pavement, on napkins, on anything that came to hand. I loved to draw and dreamed of becoming an artist. But when I asked my parents to take me to art school, they refused. In their opinion, it was not prestigious or promising to become an artist. I went to music school for piano lessons, and an art school was in the same building. And while attending my classes, I always passed by the art classrooms. Used to stop breathing for a moment from the overwhelming feelings, from the smell of paint and the mysterious atmosphere. One day, I arrived at the art school early and somehow miraculously found myself together with a group of children in the art class. I was in a world forbidden to me, at its very epicenter. I sat down at a free easel and was given a blank sheet of paper and paints. I drew a golden-haired princess with a bird in her hands. The teacher paid attention to my drawing, asked questions, and was surprised that I had come to the class by accident. He said he would like to talk to my parents and asked me to give him my address. When a few days later, the teacher came to our house to tell my parents what a talented daughter they have, he was not allowed on the doorstep of the house, and I was strictly forbidden to think about art school. My parents sincerely wished me well. They didn't want me to waste my time on silly things. That's how they cared about my future. I had to put my dream of becoming an artist on hold for almost 40 years. Do I regret the way things turned out in my childhood? No, not at all. I don't think it could have been any other way. I got an economics degree, got married, gave birth to and raised 3 wonderful children. When they were little, I made up funny stories for them and made drawings. I wrote 2 books and illustrated them. I worked on interesting projects, graduated from the Institute of Psychoanalysis, and actualized in my profession. I created drawings for a deck of metaphorical cards, but never considered myself an artist, because I had a strong conviction that only those who learnt the skill can call themselves artists. I have traveled a lot, lived in different countries. My album of life is full of bright pictures and beautiful photographs of happy moments. On my birthday, when I turned 47, I had an amazing dream. And in the morning, I realized that I had to start painting with paints on canvases. And it was more than just a wish. It was an urgent need. I have to say that I was going through a very difficult period of my life at that time, due to a crisis in my family relationships. I was forced to move to a foreign country, and I didn't understand how to continue living. Perhaps I was trying to escape from the unbearable, painful reality that I was unable to accept, looking for an opportunity to cope with those experiences and emotions that I was hiding from everyone and from myself deep inside. I went to the shop and was confused because I understood that I knew nothing about canvases or paints. I asked the shop assistant to help me, and he did a very good job. I came out of the shop with a canvas, an easel, brushes, and a set of acrylic paints. I had a lot of fears and doubts on the way home. I didn't know where to start. I was worried that I would ruin the canvas. But when I put it on the easel, it was as if my hands knew what to do and how to do it. I became both a participant and an observer of the miracle happening through me. Creativity helped me then to get through life's catastrophe and return to my childhood dream. Blaise Pascal wrote, "If God did not lay us down from time to time, we would have no time to look at the sky." Looks like he was right. My fate is proof of this. A severe physical trauma pushed me to write my first book. A personal tragedy led to the study of psychology, and family drama to the easel. Trials of any human being lead to feelings, and to the main meeting in life, with oneself. Now, I am living and working in France, painting, writing my third book, making short films based on my stories, and I still have a lot of plans. I have so many things I want to do. When I start painting an artwork, I don't know what will be on the canvas. I take the paints and apply them layer by layer until I see the outline of a character or some details. And then I start drawing them on that background. That's how my paintings are born. I don't control this process. I'm just in it. I'm like a tool of the Creator through which He creates in this world. I have never painted for orders. I can never replicate any of my works. They are all multi-layered and are painted in a special state. There is no mind to it. It is intuitive painting, revelation, meditation, enjoyment, my prayer. Every painting I do is my child. Somehow, miraculously, it is conceived in me, develops, and then is born into the world. And it is a mystery. For me, everything in this world has beauty. I like to draw animals, people, flowers, but most of all, birds. They have wings, and there are no boundaries for them. They are beautiful and free. Birds are incredible creatures. Their singing is the voice of nature itself. Because of their ability to fly and cross boundaries, birds are often associated with freedom from physical limitations and escape from earthly affairs. In different cultures and religions, birds symbolize spirits, angels, and supernatural forces that help humans. Possessing the ability to cross worlds, they can visit the netherworld, a realm that remains inaccessible to people until the end of life. Birds are also considered messengers of the higher world. Humans, physically, don't have wings, but our imagination is our wings. No one can ever take away a person's ability to imagine and fantasize. I paint according to my own vision of the world, without any initial orientation to anyone else's tastes, needs, or desires. I paint because I can't not do it. Drawing for me is like breathing. AVA are my initials, Artamonova Victoria Arkadyevna, and the name my parents gave me at birth. Ava is one of the variations of the pronunciation of the name Eva. These letters are an integral part of my paintings. My paintings are metaphorical. Perhaps my profession influences my creativity. A metaphor is a hidden figurative comparison. When a person looks at my works, peers at them, their imagination is switched on. The mechanism of associations is triggered, which lead to the most unexpected conclusions and discoveries. People say that my paintings allow them to look into their inner world, to see perspectives, to feel resources, to feel their strength, and sometimes to get answers to their inner questions. Once, when I had just started painting and had only a few works, I called an electrician to fix an outlet in the room where they were located. The man did his job and asked if they were my paintings. When he heard an affirmative answer, he said I was a good artist. I replied that I was not an artist. He was very surprised and asked me again if I was the author of the paintings. I nodded my head in affirmation. So why do you say that you are not an artist? He wondered. Well, because I didn't learn it anywhere. He smiled and said, an artist is someone who creates works of art that have aesthetic value to others. And your paintings are such. In my understanding, an artist is a profession, I objected. A kind of labor activity that requires special education, some training, skills, and is a source of income. Your views are outdated, the man objected. That is not the case in the modern world. This conversation got me thinking. Creativity has always been, and remains for me, a means of self-expression, the actualization of my creative potential, a way of life, my hobby, a kind of mission that I cannot fail to fulfill. Through creation, I expressed my inner world, feelings, and emotions. Creativity reflected the state of my soul, but I never called myself a writer, photographer, nor artist. I am interested in philosophical and existential questions, trying to find my place in this big game, realizing my dreams. By the way, I had another childhood dream, to help people to become happy and healthy. That's why I got my education as a psychologist. In the modern world, an artist is considered to be a person who has talent in the field of fine arts and realizes their creative potential using classical and high-tech methods of image creation. The concept of an artist is now a very pithy one. An artist is often called a person who works not only in the field of fine arts, but also in other types of artistic creation, as well as metaphorically, an artist of his or her craft in any field of creative activity. It seems to me that every person comes into this world to create, but not everyone has the courage and ability to follow their inner creative impulses for various reasons. I am in favor of everyone being able to call themselves an artist. If they feel like it, they have the right. And the lack of artistic training is no reason not to call themselves one. Erich Fromm believed that man's main task in life is to give birth to himself, to become what he potentially is. I am on a journey, and this film is one of my steps. From time to time, I ask myself the question, am I an artist? And each time, I answer it differently. Right now, I would say that I'm just a woman who paints. Like a bird who sings its song.